time for the city. My city. Bitch up from the land.
Welcome to the Land Wars. I'm your host, Dre. We don't have a full crew today. But we have, the specialists. We got Elijah and we got Frank. We always gonna be here. We reliable. We ain't never late. You ain't never late
Yeah,
to
you
the
taking
party.
shots, bro? It just
That's
started.
what I'm saying. Like, damn. Like,
I mean,
man.
I mean, shout out to Shaq and Sean, but they couldn't be here with us today. But we gotta go on. We gotta give content. So first thing I want to talk about is a fight tomorrow. We see Iron Mike Tyson back, and we see Roy Jones Jr. back. Elijah, I want you to start off. Are you excited? Give us a little pointers, what you think is gonna happen, and just kind of give us a little preview.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all the rundown of what we want, what we wish would happen. Right? We hope they are both coming back in peak shape, and it's gonna be the fast and quick and elusive Roy Jones versus the heavy hitting with hella head movement Mike Tyson, the animal. Right? That's what we hope will happen. I have a whole different theory. Right? I think they are gonna go in there and look like the old dudes that they are. And it's going to be somewhat of a snooze fest. But listen, if I'm wrong, I will gladly come on here as a boxing fan and say I'm so happy I'm wrong. But I don't think it's going to go like what everyone's hyping it up to be.
I think that Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul might be a little fire. I ain't even gonna
I'm
lie.
actually more interested to see that.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
Nate Robinson
got
big
him
shit.
too. He got him.
Nate Robinson been talking big shit.
We'll see how that goes.
I want to see that.
Frankie, what about you? What you think?
I'm honest to God hoping that Roy Jones back in the day, man, he was a cat. He put his he's the boxer who put his arms behind his back, stuck his face out at you, and pretty much begged you to hit him. Like he was the goat for taunting, dude. Like when it came to like shit like that, you were like, dude, you an asshole. Like why you gotta be that guy?
Hey, and when you hit him, it was over with. He got pissed off. That's what pissed him off.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And then he would just go to work, dude. Roy Jones was one of the goats. Like I remember like the old fight nights, man. He was so fun to play with. But then you go against Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson, like we were talking about off camera a little bit before we started. He looks good for his age. Like he's 52, and the dude worked himself into some shape where I would be like, dude, I don't know if I want to get in the ring with him even at 52. Like this man gonna eat my damn soul. I feel this, the fear in me right now. Like you said, it's gonna go one of two ways. Either they're gonna go in, they're just gonna throw blows until one of them dies, probably, or it's gonna be 10 rounds of good God, can we end this now? It's gonna look like two old dudes just throwing, slap boxing.
Yeah.
And like you said, the Nate Robinson fight's interesting because I really feel Nate Robinson can go. You remember he got into a fight with Carmel when the Knicks and the Nuggets went back when.
Yeah.
And dude, Nate don't stand down, dude. He may be 5'5", 5'6", whatever the hell he is. Homeboy probably gonna go in there and fucking scrap. He's gonna go in there and try and throw some blows. Yeah. He's like, I'll show you exactly how it's done. That's why I think he's talking all that shit because he's like, you've seen me fight.
Yeah.
So
and I'm interested.
There's gonna be a lot. I've seen him working in body punches. There's gonna be a lot of body punches. He's gonna try to wear him down.
Short. He's short. He's probably gonna be quick as hell, I imagine.
Yeah.
I think people are gonna be surprised.
I'm gonna get my prediction first because I want y'all to go into detail a little bit if y'all can. But I'm gonna go that first fight. It's a couple other fights in there too, but we just talking like main topic wise. So I'm gonna go Mike, and hopefully it's not a snooze fest. I hope he I hope we get some hits here, man. And I think it's gonna be Nate Robinson. I think Nate Robinson might knock him out probably like third round.
Yeah. Nate Robinson the third. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frankie, what you think?
I'm really hoping like you said. I hope it's not a snooze fest. I'm hoping to see like Roy Jones and Mike actually give a legitimate boxing match. I don't want it to be just like, hey, pay a bunch of money and watch us just pretty much just grapple for 9 rounds and one of us eventually gets winded and passes out. I'm hoping. I actually think it's going to go only 6 rounds, and I think actually Tyson's going to knock him out. I really do think it's Tyson in 6. Roy's going to be elusive, and he's a great boxer, but I think somebody's going to get caught up with the endurance part of it.
Yeah.
I feel like Tyson just hits so much harder. He might catch him a few times, and it might be over. And then I think Nate Robinson he's gonna toy around for like 3-4 rounds, probably knock out Paul. So
Okay, Elijah, what you think?
Man, I'm gonna go with the hope that it's a good fight, and I'm gonna say Tyson in like 3.
Oh,
and I think we all know why. That Roy Jones chin ain't what it used to be.
Yeah,
it's not.
No, it ain't.
And if Tyson catch him in the right spot, it could be good night. It could be good night early. But that Nate Robinson fight, it's the Nate Robinson fight. That's who I think gonna win. So
it's like, to me, it's like if you want to make similarity, it's like SEC. And then, because you know how 50 years ago, SEC was the best conference, blah, blah, blah. And then you got the MACtion, the MAC. And it's like they got them good fights, and it makes you want to watch the shit, and it's entertaining. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel like it is right now. Like, I think that Jake Paul and that Nate Robinson fight, I mean, it sounds cartoonish, but it could be real good. It's
gonna be fun to watch, yeah.
But moving on, we got some bad news. My prediction. Y'all can clown me all you want, but we ain't gonna be able to see it. It's Tuesday night. Oh man, the Ravens is like their whole fucking mostly all the starters are gonna be out. I mean, Jesus, the Steelers they caught a break. Lamar Jackson. Who I said was gonna get like about 500, probably more. Total yards.
God, stop. Just don't.
He's out.
Thank God, too.
We got RG3 starting. RG3.
I mean,
and he don't even have listen, right now, there's no backup right now. They're on their practice squad now.
They have Trace McSorley.
Third string Trace McSorley was put on the COVID list.
Oh shit. I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Oh my God! And then you got offensive lineman starters: Matt Skura, ain't that his name? Matt Skura, and Patrick Macari, whatever. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. J.K. Dobbins.
I'm sure he cares.
J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram out. Linebackers out. 2 of them, 2 starting linebackers out. Calais Campbell out.
Damn.
They were all put on the COVID.
Are those all COVID?
COVID.
Wow.
So I mean, and then you got to think. It's 10 days. No, it was what I was reading was on ESPN. They were all practicing, and certain players had it, like the center had it, or one of the linemen had it, and that's how Lamar initially got it. Nobody, they didn't know they had it, until I think mid-practice they was like, hey, we got to stop this and all this other shit. And when they tested again, Lamar Jackson had it and all these other players had it. But it was like 4 players had it, then another 4 players had it, then it was just spreading. So, I mean, and then you got to think the 10-day period is 10 days. So they play next Thursday, which they moved to next Monday. So we get a Tuesday night matchup and then a Monday night matchup next week. So it's just a lot of rigmarole. So it might. We're gonna preview the game later.
Rigmarole.
We're gonna preview the game later. We're gonna talk Thursday night. It was 2 blowouts. Not very entertaining in that aspect.
Trash.
Texans 41, Lions 25. I hate to say I told you so, but I kind of predicted it. I said Deshaun Watson was going to have a big night. I even said he was going to have 4 touchdowns in the video, which you know how many touchdowns he had? 4. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdowns. Will Fuller, 6
So Will Fuller,
receptions,
man.
171 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
You
Can y'all talk to me? Frankie, I'm going to let you go first because I heard you say something. Can y'all talk about how explosive this Houston offense can be without the weather involved?
I mean, Detroit doesn't exactly play great defense. I do believe, by the way, I'll take the L here. I do believe I picked Detroit. I ain't gonna lie. I picked Detroit, and I only said it because if DeAndre Swift were to play, he didn't end up playing. He was in concussion protocol, but they did come out and establish the run on that first drive, and I was like, oh, maybe Detroit came to play.
Hold up.
Nah,
Hold up. I mean, Adrian Peterson was 15 for 55 and 2 touchdowns. I mean,
he needs more than that.
He was finding ways though. He was finding ways. So
him and Carry on were right down the middle and split, honestly, because Carry on had 54 yards rushing, and he also had 52 yards receiving.
Yeah.
So they were about split in touches, but I mean, 2 touchdowns makes a difference. But I don't know what it is with Stafford. I mean, they added, they're terrible. Like they added Sanu, and everyone's like, oh, okay, Marvin Jones and Sanu are back together. Maybe that'll mean some. Dude, they're so bad. Like I don't understand it. Yeah, and then like the defense, the defense I was expecting. Dude, Will Fuller was looking like damn Randy Moss out there. He was just catching stuff and gone. I was like, oh my gosh.
It just looked like a team that don't even want to play anymore. You know, it looked like I mean, it's hard to say, but it looks like they just gave up for the rest of the year. It's like you can tell their defense is like, I don't know, I don't want to call it tanking, but they're like, there's no.
I think it's Patricia. I really think the locker room doesn't like him. I think he's the problem. I mean, he's had I think 2 or 3 years now to try and get this. 3. Yeah, which is about the limit they give new coaches. If you don't see something in the 3rd year, they usually give you they cut ties with you.
Yeah.
But to your point, you asked me about the Texans offense. I mean, when they are healthy and they're clicking, they can be scary. Do I think they should have ever traded DeAndre Hopkins? Hell no. I love David Johnson. I thought he was great with the Cardinals way back when. Dude, just not the same. Dude Johnson looked good, don't get me wrong, but is it the Lions defense that bad, or is that offense really that good? Because they got speed receivers. Because, other than up until today, they had Kenny Stills for that game, but they cut him today. I mean, they have Will Fuller, Randall Cobb,
Brandon
Cooks, which all 3 of them are used to be number 1s or number 2s. Will Fuller, I think, is the clear number 1 now. They need a tight end.
I can tell you what I noticed.
I mean, Deshaun Watson didn't make mistakes. I know that. He looked good though, and he was precise.
That Lions defensive line helped the hell out of Houston.
True.
Tell you why. No pressure, no nothing
at all.
No pressure,
no pressure. You get no pressure. Even a 6th-round quarterback, can look good. Anybody can look good. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, regardless of, even if they were playing in bad weather, I think they would have probably destroyed Detroit like they did.
I agree.
But I really, if they can play that good, the Texans very well could be a 500 team, I would say. They've had a couple games that didn't go their way. But when that offense is clicking like they were, they're solid. But I really think their biggest mistake to be any good was obviously trading DeAndre Hopkins. Bill O'Brien pretty much just blew up that team for no reason. Didn't want to sign back the stars. Let Jadeveon Clowney walk. I don't get that. I mean, he hasn't done nothing with Tennessee this year, but he's still a star. He's still got talent.
He fit that system.
Watt, yes, exactly. He fit that system. Him and Whitney Merciless, J.J. Watt, that whole D line was like, ooh, I don't want to play that this weekend. Right. And now the only man left standing is J.J. Watt. He's just looking around like, can I just get a trade?
Right.
He's gone at the end of the year.
Please.
Yeah. Go ahead, Frank. Oh, I was just gonna finish my point. I was gonna say, and that's probably why I've heard him say that he's at he's not in the mood or not in the mood. I wouldn't say he's not looking forward to a rebuild. He wants to go play for a winner. So J.J. Watt might be gone next year, and I mean Deshaun Watson's got the years to do it, but Watson is early 30s, and for DNs that's almost done. So
Yep.
All right, moving on with that though. Whew, the other game. Frankie 0-2 today. Oh man.
Oh
Who?
man,
Washington football team 41, Dallas Cowboys
Who?
6.
yeah,
Jerry Jones
yeah.
world don't look too
Who?
good right now. They
Terrible.
still
Cowboys.
wish they had that what's his name? The head coach last year. What's his name?
Oh, Jason Garrett, the guy running the
Jason
offense in the
Garrett.
Giants. Yeah,
Uh
Ugh.
some
probably.
corners. Some
They might score
corners.
some points
Antonio
because they
Antonio
embarrassing.
Brown. Antonio Gibson, I'm sorry, Antonio Gibson had a monster game. 20
I know.
20 carries,
I,
115 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I feel that
Um,
on another level right now. I'm just saying.
that definitely helped out the quarterback.
Their defense
He
did work
helped
on them
Alex
too.
Smith. Definitely helped Alex Smith. And can we talk about that defense? Elijah, I want you to talk about that Washington football team defense for a little while for us. Can you break it down?
I mean, they get very good D line play. Oh
Hmm.
man, and they can make a quarterback uncomfortable, just flat out uncomfortable. And obviously, pressure bust pipes. If you can constantly keep the backfield disrupted, you can force some mistakes every now and again that can impact the
Hmm.
game. And that's really it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, get off the field. And Washington did a
Yeah.
good job of getting off the field without giving up points. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it all comes down to. Um, but Dallas's offense, oh,
Man,
I don't know, man. That's a
They're
whole
gonna
nother.
need to rebuild that offensive line.
Absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. And it's
Zeke.
crazy because they had
Phew.
like those 2 magical years where the offensive line was just the best in the league, and then just injuries or whatever, it's bad. It's
It
bad,
looks
and that's just
terrible.
one thing on a list full of problems that Dallas is having.
Hmm.
And with that, Zeke struggled. Zeke, like you said, with the offensive line, Zeke didn't like anything. I mean,
And
He was a non-factor.
Zeke hasn't quite looked like that guy all season,
right?
and especially since Dak went out, he just has not looked like that guy.
Do you see an instance where they part ways
With Zeke?
with? Do you think Zeke would maybe try to get out of his contract or want to get traded?
No,
Ah,
no,
no.
no. I don't
What
think
if?
so.
But
It's one bad year.
what
Yeah,
about what
first off,
about with
money
Dak if
talks.
Dak left?
It would have to be. I would if Dak left, that would be probably enticing to him. But
Yeah,
if let's say the Cowboys are bad enough where they get in that draft position top three, maybe they get a Trevor Lawrence or a Justin Fields,
Ugh,
or
I
if they're
don't
sold
want to
on
see
Trey
that.
Lance, or if I don't know, man. They're so bad on defense, dude. You and I could have ran for 100 yards yesterday, like legit.
Yeah.
We could have just followed blocks up the middle, got 10 yards. I would have looked like the goat out there. It's a tough one. I don't see Dak even walking, to be honest.
they
Jackson,
got all this money on defense.
Exactly.
Oh my
and
goodness.
it blows my mind. Yes, and you arguably one of the best. Okay, I don't want to make an argument here. One of the best D linemen in Demarcus Lawrence. All right, because I'm not going to have that conversation tonight. I already sent my stats earlier to make a point to him, but he ignored me. So Demarcus Lawrence is getting paid, and the man is a beast. All right, when he's playing, dude's a
Yeah.
disruption. But this year, that the whole team has just been off. I think it's McCarthy. I hope it's McCarthy because I don't know if he knows really what he's doing. But
McCarthy hasn't been shit this year. You can see it. His whole. If you look at his play scheme, he
offensively, they're
don't.
not bad. They weren't bad. Then they lose Dak, and then it's just been
Yeah,
downhill.
I think Dak is what saved the beginning of the season for
Yes,
him.
Yeah.
Because if
100%.
they would have, can you imagine if they would have started 0-4, he wouldn't have been out of there the first 4 weeks.
I looked up. I was curious because about the Zeke point, I saw, like, I was just like, man, Zeke's been trash. And I was looking it up earlier. He, ever since week 6, the week after Dak broke his ankle, he had that leg injury. That was the last time he was relevant in fantasy. He had
Mm-hmm.
10 points. Ever since then, he's had less than, I think, 9 in the last 5 out of the 6 games. Yesterday, he had 1.9 with a fumble. Dude, that's not good stats, and that's not good for football. I mean, his last good game was against Minnesota, which they won, but he had 119. So, I mean, that's one game.
Yeah.
But you also got to think Minnesota's defense isn't shit either.
No, I mean it's not good. No, definitely not. It's not top tier by any means. Washington is, I would say, probably a top 15 defense, and they can hold their own when
top
need
15,
be.
top 10.
We don't want to start arguments. Come on.
Top 10.
I'm
Top
gonna stop
10.
them. I might agree with you. I'm just gonna agree with you to go with it. But
I would even go as far as to say top 5 in the league right now. You got the Steelers, you got the Ravens, you got the Rams. Who else?
I think Tampa
Saints.
Bay is better.
Saints
Tampa
defense
Bay's
is fed.
defense, yeah. Okay,
Saints
you got
defense has
Tampa
been playing
Bay,
out of line.
but who's that 5th?
Saints.
Yeah.
Dude, New Orleans, man.
I would take the Redskins defense over the Saints defense.
You mean the Washington football team? But I mean,
oh, I'm sorry, Washington football. If we talking season long, that Saints defense was getting blasted the first 2 months of the year.
more fantasy stats. Last 3 games, they've literally had 10, 18, and 16.
I mean, together
And
now,
I
I can see your point. Now I see them coming together.
Also,
But
right
if
now
we're
down the
talking
stretch,
season long, I would say they're top 5. I mean, maybe I would say 6. I would put them at 6. I get y'all. I mean, as now maybe 6 or 7. But if we're talking year long, they have been consistent. The Washington football team's defense has been.
they have. But I mean, they've played the NFC East and everybody in that damn division, bro.
NFL
You
though.
played three bad quarterbacks, especially now that Andy Dalton is your quarterback.
Yeah, man, I get
Bro. He looked bad. The whole team looked bad yesterday. Like that was a terrible game, and I maybe watched up until I watched all the way until I think Gibson scores 3rd touchdown. I had to turn it off because I was mad because I was losing fantasy.
It's a lot of Cowboys fans that's pissed off, and it feels so good, man. They was talking all that shit 2 years ago.
We going to the Super Bowl. We goats. Okay.
Moving on to the
every year.
Moving on to the what I call matchup mania. This is where we make our picks and talk about the games for this coming up week. Obviously, Shaq and Sean are going to have to tell us theirs later on, but we can give ours. First matchup is the Las Vegas Raiders and Derek Carr. You know, he's been hot lately versus the choke Atlanta Falcons. Todd Gurley has been ruled out.
That's
yeah. I think they're going to be better without him, honestly. But that's another different reason.
Like I said, I'm gonna give my prediction first, so y'all can talk about it more. I'm going to say Raiders, and I'm going to go Raiders big. I'm going to go far as to say it might be you might want to turn the game off at the end of the 3rd quarter. I think Derek Carr, this is going to be Derek Carr's, showtime, money time. I think Derek Carr is going to have a big game. I think that running game going to get established. I think their defense is going to hold because, they're saying Julio could be out too. He's game time, but they're leaning more towards him being out. So you got Calvin Ridley and Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan doesn't do good without Julio. If you want to talk about that, look at Matt Ryan without Julio versus with Julio. It's a totally different Matt Ryan.
I mean, I'd have to look at the stats, but I mean, Calvin Ridley had a couple good games without Julio this year, and because they also spread the ball, because I feel like they're relying on giving Julio the ball sometimes.
True.
It's the star aspect of it. I feel like,
Well, let me get my prediction first. I'm gonna say Raiders 35, Falcons 10.
Only 10. Oof.
So Frankie, I'm gonna let you go now.
I do think the Raiders are going to win. I think it's going to be a surprisingly closer game, though. I feel like because just when you count out a team that just has nobody playing, I feel like, especially like Atlanta, they got good receivers. Russell Gage is not a bum. I don't know the third wide receiver's name, but it's like some with Z. I can't even tell you it. I couldn't even begin to tell you it. Hayden Hurst is not bad, and I think Gurley being out might benefit them because you get three running backs to split the time between. You don't expect one guy. You got three guys, and then you got to plan for them three guys instead of planning for okay, it's just Gurley with Brian Hill. No, it's Brian Hill and the other two guys behind him. So you're like, well, who does what? You don't got probably a lot of tape on them. So I think it's going to be the Raiders, but I think it's going to be like 34-24. And I think the Falcons are going to score a touchdown late to make it 10. You know what I mean? So it'll be like a 3-point game going in the fourth quarter or something.
What about you, Elijah?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. And I just want to point out, I'm not a big fan of the Falcons' defense at all.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, and you're going up against an offense that is really clicking. So I'm gonna just say Raiders, maybe 31-20. I'll let the Falcons score 20.
I'll say the Raiders' defense is vulnerable. That's the only reason why. I mean, they give up big plays.
Yeah.
And I could see them giving up a big play here or there, but I still see, like you said, I see the run game taking over. I see Carr probably having 3 touchdowns. Probably it's gonna be I think it's gonna be one of the better games in the week, honestly. But yeah, the Raiders are gonna win this one.
Okay, these next few matchups we're going to have to get by. So I just want you to give your prediction, and then like you can talk about it a little bit, but we're not going to step into it because it's not the marquee matchups. So Chargers Bills. I'm gonna say Bills, and I'm gonna go with a shootout type of game. I'm talking about like 45-41. But I'm gonna take the Bills. I'm gonna take Josh Allen, the Stallion. I'm gonna take him over Herbert. Frankie, you can go next. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with my upset pick. I'm thinking Chargers are gonna win 35-32.
Okay, Elijah.
Hey, Dre, remember we talked about Herbert in the draft shit.
Cool.
And we said that he could either be really good or really bad. He's looking good.
Real good.
And for that reason, I got the Chargers winning 35-31.
Okay. I like that.
It's going to be one of them games.
Okay, we got a matchup right here. We got a matchup right here that I don't think anybody other than Giants and Bengals fans are going to watch. Man, I'm gonna go Giants, and I'm talking about like I go Giants 17 to probably like 10 or 9. I'm gonna say 13. I'm gonna say 17-9. Giants. Frankie.
Danny Dimes gonna go off. I think they're gonna win like 24-10 or something. Giants. the Bengals are bad, and they don't got Burrow, so it's not gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, I don't see it being close. I think I like 24-10, but I'm gonna say 27-10.
Okay. Panthers versus Vikings. I went both ways at first. I didn't know who to pick because I think it's big balls. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I'm gonna go Panthers. Everybody forgets what's his name? Adam Thielen was put on the COVID list for right now. We don't know if it's a false positive test, but as of right now,
he's pass out one more time. They said they said he has to have one more negative and he could play probably.
Yeah.
So they don't know yet.
I'm gonna go Panthers. I'm gonna go Panthers 24-24. 24-23. I'm sorry.
It might be a tie if it's bad enough.
I'm gonna say 24-23 Panthers. Frankie?
Okay. Do we know if Teddy Bridgewater's playing this weekend?
Teddy Bridgewater, they said he is playing this week.
And McCaffrey's still out, I think. He's week to week.
McCaffrey has a chance. Game time decision.
Vikings defense is bad, but I feel like Panthers defense is bad. It's not going to be a good game. You're going to get a shootout or you're going to get a train wreck. And if Thielen is out, I don't know. I think the Vikings are going to run the ball and handle the clock. And my MVP pick, Dalvin Cook's going to have at least 170 rushing yards probably. So
okay,
I'm going to go Vikings 27-20.
Elijah?
If you're going to have a $170, this is the game to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably go with Minnesota. I can see it being like 23, maybe 10, 13, 23-13.
Okay. We're gonna go to the red and hot Cardinals versus the Pats. I'm gonna go Cardinals. I'm gonna go Kyler Murray, and they're at New England, so it could be pretty messy. But I'm gonna say Cardinals 33, New England 24. Frankie.
It's gonna be regardless of the weather, Arizona, because if they can't pass, I mean, Kyler can run, Drake can run, Edmonds can run, and the Patriots don't stop a damn thing anyway. So they made Deshaun Watson look good again. Not that he's bad, but I mean, the Patriots aren't a good team this year. I'm going probably Cardinals 35-24.
Okay, Elijah.
I see maybe one of them dog fights, one of them unsuspected ones. Because like you said, it's gonna be at New England. They're gonna play a little more scrappy. I'm gonna say maybe Cardinals 21-17.
Okay. We have the Rams versus the 49ers is in LA. Debo Samuel is supposed to return to help out that much needed 49ers offense, which doesn't look good right now. And that Rams defense, is top five, and they not five. I'm gonna go Rams. I'm gonna go Rams 33 to the 49ers 12.
Nice.
The Rams are peaking at the right time, and I like Jared Goff, and the deadly duo, I'm gonna call it. And I like their defense a lot. And they're gonna hold the 49ers in check. So that's why I'm going them. Frankie, I'm gonna let you go next.
I'm probably the Rams are hot, and I honestly was thinking Niners because they do get Mostert and they get Debo, they get most of their offense, but Aaron Donald, a grown man, I think that it's going to be like a 20-14 game. I think the Rams are going to just defense it out because I think the Niners are going to come and show up, but it's the Rams. They're going to win this one.
Okay, Elijah.
Not just Aaron Donald, but that secondary, they clicking right now. I think they got the best cornerback duo in the league right
now. By far.
I think so. And not to mention, just to throw that in there, Darius Williams, spent the year at Marietta just like I did. You know what I'm saying? Go Pios, that's not here. But yeah, he balling this year. He looked real good. He having a special type of season, especially for the situation he in. You get to play alongside arguably the best corner in the game right now, and you can learn from that, study that. It boosts your morale as a player when you get to play with somebody like that, and then you got dudes on the back end that not gonna let you down. You know what I'm saying? They may not be the biggest name safeties, but they there when you need them.
Yeah.
That's one thing about this Rams defense. A lot of their guys are reliable. And then you got that pass rush that's just relentless. So just off defensive alone, I don't see San Francisco doing much. I got it being 24-14.
Okay. Now we moving on to like the marquee matchups. It's a pretty good matchup. What we about to go over. Titans versus Colts. Both 7-3 teams. Both looking to secure that AFC South. It's definitely gonna be a dog fight. I can see this being a running, play action pass, defense, smash mouth, who's tougher in the trenches type of game. With that being said, I'm gonna go with the Titans. And I think Derrick Henry, I think there's gonna be a Derrick Henry type of game. I think he might go for probably 200 yards off of like probably 23 carries, about 200 yards. I'm gonna say 2 touchdowns. I like Derrick Henry in this game. And with that being said, I'm gonna go Titans. I'm gonna say 24 to 20. Frankie, you got up next.
I love Derrick Henry, man. I do. But damn, the Colts have just come to play this year against the run, dude. I can't see Derrick Henry going bananas like that. I can see him. They held him to, I think, 65 or 85 yards last meeting, and they made Tannehill try and beat him. And if they do that, people forget the Colts signed Xavier Rhodes in the offseason. He got cut by Minnesota, and when he got cut by Minnesota, he was one of the worst the corners at the time of the year he was having. He's resurgence in his defense, and they got some good corners. They're gonna try and make Tannehill beat him. I really think it's gonna be the Colts. I think they're gonna win. Probably it's gonna be close. I think because AJ Brown's still a grown man too. I mean, they're a good team. I just don't see Derrick Henry getting a big game. I see like it being like 27-20 Colts again. I feel like I think Jonathan Taylor. I think they're going to control the running game. I really do.
Okay, Elijah.
This type of battle I live for. The trenches battle. That's what I love. It's going to be great to see. You have two really good O lines, and two really good D lines, and they're going to battle. It's going to be fun to watch. I personally think the Colts are going to win the battle up front. And I think they're going to actually have more rushing yards than the Titans. That being said, I'm going Colts 24-20.
Ooh, okay. Versus mine. What's the over under on Derrick Henry stiff arm and corner? What's the over under of 1.5?
1.5. It's going to be under. I mean, well, no, he'll get one. He'll get one. He'll get he'll get the safety like Rocky Sin or whatever that dude's name is. He'll get that dude coming up and he'll get met real quick in the NFL. I see Henry getting at least one solid stiff arm. He ain't getting Darius Leonard. That's a man too. That's probably the best linebacker in football that no one talks about. Like legit. I love Darius Leonard. When that dude's on the field, that's the reason the Browns beat him. By the way, he didn't play against the Browns. Had he did, we might have been a different game.
Doesn't Agba play for the Colts?
No, he plays for the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
He plays for the Dolphins. Yep. Yes, he's still third in the AFC in sacks. By the way,
man, I was just thinking about him. Going off of that, I say it's a marquee matchup based on past. If you want to go off past, this is a big time game. Can we go over with all the problems we have? And if you don't know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about now. Browns versus Jaguars. In the previous times, previous years, this is the game where we lose. This is the game where we just say, fuck it, we lose.
It's still not marquee, but I get you.
No, this ain't marquee. We just talk about it because we fans. Let's be real.
To me, this is marquee. Now, I'm gonna say Browns. I'm gonna say 45-16 Browns. I'm gonna say Baker Mayfield. This is for you, Baker Mayfield. 4 touchdowns passing. Nick Chubb with a touchdown. Kareem Hunt with a receiving touchdown. I'm going to say Baker Mayfield is the MVP of this game. Let's go, Bate. Fergie?
The last time you predicted something ridiculous, someone got COVID. So you need to stop with that shit because you're going to jinx the shit out of us for real. No, I do see the Browns winning this game. Because if we lose to Mike Glennon, I lose all hope in this team. Mike Glennon is a trash can quarterback. He's 6'8" and can't throw a fucking ball. Dude, how you see over every lineman you have?
Exactly.
I see the Browns probably winning this game. Unfortunately, I see them playing down to their opponent, and I see it being a little closer than it should be. But it's going to be like 31-21. It's going to be, like I said, 20. It'll be like 24-21 in the fourth quarter, and Chubb will take over. That running game will wear him down finally. I think Chubb's going to have a big game this weekend. Fantasy reasons belief. I think he's going to have a couple touchdowns. I really think the running game is going to control it. Baker ain't going to have that big of a game. People sleep on the Jaguars' secondary is a little bit better than people give them credit for. They shut down Aaron Rodgers for 3 quarters. So don't none of that. I mean, they got bums starting, but I mean, it doesn't matter. You're good is who you're good with.
You don't remember the weather in that?
Weather in what game?
That game.
Which game?
Cold,
You're saying again?
Frisky, rainy day. Anybody can pick that off.
What game are you talking about? You talk about the Jaguars
The Packers
game?
Jaguars game.
Oh yeah, it was windy and it was windy. That was it.
Terrible.
We're gonna be in freaking Jacksonville for this game, bro. We're gonna light them up.
It's gonna be nice outside. That's why I'm predicting Baker to have that big game. I think he's gonna launch it. Elijah, I'm gonna let you go next.
How many yards you think Baker gonna have? Let me ask that.
How many yards?
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
put him on the spot.
360.
Okay, no, he's never thrown 300 yards.
360.
Even against the Bengals, he didn't throw for 300, and he had 5 touchdowns.
Against the Bengals, just against the Jags, man.
He got a better chance throwing 4 touchdowns than he has throwing for 360.
Yeah,
360, but it's gonna be to Kareem Hunt. It's probably gonna be the Hollywood, and I'm gonna say Jarvis. But I'm gonna say
with 3 people, he's gonna get 360 yards.
So one of them cats is gonna have a crazy ass day.
Touchdowns.
You gonna throw it to Harrison Bryant, Austin Hooper, Njoku? I mean, I can go for
4.
hours.
I said 4.
You said 3. You said Hunt, Jarvis, and Hollywood. That's all you said.
Hollywood, and I'm gonna say Hooper. But listen.
I'm not gonna argue with this cat.
Baker Mayfield is gonna start his chase for MVP. I believe Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield, this is for you.
I swear to God, Baker getting COVID tomorrow now because of what you said. Watch.
You got to stop doing that, bro. You have got to stop, bro. I love Cleveland just as much as you. I'm a Browns fan just as much as you, but bro, come on, man. We have to have some type of credibility on this show.
Baker Mayfield. Hey, I can be compared to Skip Bayless and his Cowboys. I'm gonna go get this right now. Baker Mayfield's gonna get you just to Jim Brown, next to LeBron James.
Even your internet don't believe in that bullshit.
Baker Mayfield about to start it. MVP bait. But moving off of that,
you gonna let the man pick?
Matchup. Another marquee matchup
Wow.
He's not gonna let Elijah pick? Yeah, he ain't gonna let him pick.
Oh, I thought he did. My bad.
No, because we're insulting your ridiculous ass numbers.
I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got us winning. Jacksonville isn't really that good on offense. I think our defense is going to have a big day, to be honest.
I think the D line going to eat.
Yeah, I think we might cause a couple fumbles. I think Denzel Ward might have a pick.
He's out.
He's out.
Next 2 games.
Calf strain. Yeah, he's got a calf strain.
We can't keep nobody healthy.
No, we can't. That's why I'm worried.
Rough year. But we 7-3. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Shit. So I still think we'll have a big day on defense. Yeah. D-line gonna do their numbers. I think offense is gonna have a clicking day. Everything's gonna look kind of smooth. A lot smoother than we. I don't see Baker having 360. I was gonna say more like 250, 260. About 3 touchdowns, maybe 4. One of those type of days. I think the run game is going to dominate, though. If he does have that type of day, it's going to be because the run game opened it up. That's how I feel. I think Chubb's going to go crazy, especially in the first half.
Hopefully Hunt, too.
Hopefully, yeah. I would love him to come along for the ride, but we know whose show this is.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Dude,
that's true.
You can see the difference between them two when they run, dude. I swear.
You can. Yeah. It's a whole different team. Moving off that, Chiefs versus Bucks in what looks like the Chiefs offense versus the Bucks defense. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I'm not gonna lie. If Tampa Bay is clicking, this is damn near a mirror match.
True.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's gonna be last man standing who scores last, probably.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it's going to be.
With that being said, I was gonna say I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I was gonna set the over under to probably 35. I'm definitely gonna go over that. I'm gonna say it's gonna be. You remember? I don't know if you remember, like 3 years ago when the Chiefs Rams
Chiefs
had it.
Rams Monday night game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
I don't.
be in that similar type. I think it's
Oh,
gonna be. I think it's gonna be Chiefs 48, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 42. I got the Chiefs coming on top. Elijah, I'm gonna let you go next. This time, what do you think?
I don't necessarily see that much scoring going on. But I got it being more like 34-31 or 35-31. I'll go 35-31. Chiefs in one of those, like you said, Frank, down to who gets the ball last. Just because they both have defenses who at times look really good, and then they have offenses who at times look really, really good. Tampa Bay, as much as I don't like Tom Brady, if they're clicking, they can have a big day. If
all the
everything
weapons.
is all those weapons, if everything's coming together. And I also think Tom Brady's gonna be kind of having a chip on his shoulder this week.
Yeah.
Last week didn't go his way, play like shit, and I think he's gonna come back this week kind of like, let me remind y'all, I'm still him. You know what I'm saying? And if he's able to do that, I can see them putting up a lot of points. But I still think, man, it's just Mahomes it's his time. It's his time. And in games like this, he seems to always step up when you need him the most. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs by 4.
Okay, Frankie.
I mean, all right. I've ever since I saw this game, I was thinking, man, I feel like it's gonna be one of them games where you're gonna watch it and you're gonna remember, like, dude, you remember watching that game like that year? You know, I feel like this is gonna have a game where it's gonna be a shootout. There's no doubt. And like I say, it's gonna be who.
Yep.
Yeah, you get that you get like a playoff feel out of this game. I really do. You know the different AFC NFC, but you get that feel like, man, if you're watching this game, you're gonna be like, I remember where I was watching that game because it's got game of the year type. I I think the Chiefs are gonna come out on top. I only think that because as good of offense as the Bucks are, their secondary is very sketchy, and Goff showed that by dicing them up with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. I do see it being a shootout. I see it being like, I mean, I think like 35-31 is a good call. Like, I really think it's going to be like that close. Mostly because I swear to God, they don't kick field goals with the Chiefs. They just go for it. They say 7's better than 3, bro. We just going to put numbers up anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be one of them games where you're going to be like, man, it was a shootout and it was last man standing. But I see Mahomes is probably right now arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks you'll ever see play. And that sounds ridiculous to say. He's only in his 3rd year. I just say by like literally watching him, you just go, he just makes it look so effortlessly.
Like
like
what
him,
the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, exactly. You blink and this dude goes off for 4 touchdowns. You're like, dude, where did that come from? You know?
Yeah.
Like the playoff games last year against like Tennessee, Houston, right? Was that last year? Yeah.
Just this year when they played the Raiders, I mean, he scored in what 20 seconds and
Dude,
like 80
15
yards.
yard chunks, 15-yard chunks, dude. It's like, how do you not? I mean, he gets it in there. It's so nuts. Like him and like Aaron Rodgers in his prime, and even Aaron Rodgers now are kind of the 2 quarterbacks I will always go like, man, those dudes could be Hall of Famers easily. Like Aaron Rodgers is another dude. He could throw a 50-yard bomb right in the bucket and like drop it in triple team right there. And you're just like, how did this dude off the bat? Dude, he did that on a Sunday night game to Scatling down the line. I remember he put it right in the corner of the end zone. Like, how? Like, I could never imagine doing it. I just think this is going to be like a 35-31 game of the year type game. I really see it. And it's going to be the Chiefs. I think they're going to win it.
I can see that.
Okay. I thought this should have been flipped, but I can see why. I mean, it's a divisional game. The Mitch Trubisky led Chicago Bulls Oh, Chicago Bears. I'm sorry.
I hope it ain't the
Versus,
Bulls. I mean, they might have a better chance though.
versus Green Bay Packers. I see in this being I mean the Bears defense is gonna keep it close at first, but I see it start slipping away second, third, fourth quarter. I'm gonna go Packers 22, Bears. I'm gonna say 3. I think they just gonna get 3.
Hmm.
Elijah, you can take it over.
First of all, I gotta ask, Aaron Jones playing?
Aaron Jones is playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based off that, I think the run game, they're gonna use it to wear them down.
Mm-hmm.
You just might as well penetrate the heart of that defense. That's what you need to do. And then it's just going to open everything up. Like you said, you're just going to wear them down quarter by quarter. By halfway through the third quarter, I see the Packers start taking off. They just start taking off. And I got to be in something like 24-10.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this question: Who scores for the Bears?
Their defense.
You don't see the Minor legend, Mr. Trubisky scoring.
He might run for a touchdown.
He ain't throwing for one. I feel bad for Allen Robinson. Is he really playing? Is he really the starter?
Who, Mr. Trubisky? Yes, they announced it today.
Mm.
Why? Yeah, Nick Foles wasn't playing terrible.
Yeah.
No, Nick Foles got injured. He's dinged up.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I didn't catch that.
They wanted to go with a more healthier option. I still would have played Foles. I play Foles with a broken leg.
They just want to put the guy out there.
I just don't miss Trubisky in big games.
Trubisky gonna be 17-21 with 86 yards, and y'all gonna pull this guy because he just throwing dink and dunks. Because he afraid to take a chance.
In the words of Sean, he calls him Trubiscuit.
Trubiscuit, the Trubiscuit.
Yeah, but Elijah, your prediction was what again? I'm sorry.
2014.
Okay. Frankie.
It's gonna be the Packers, and they get Lazard back too, so they got one more wide receiver to add to. Yeah, they're gonna spread it out. I think they're gonna and Tanyan also is gonna be playing. I guess he was questionable throughout the week too. Their tight end, which he's coming along. I think they. Dude, did you see? I'm just gonna point out the line for this game. They're giving the Packers 9.5. That means they show no respect to this defense.
Man,
I think they're gonna blow them out. It's gonna be like 31-10. It's gonna be a boring Sunday night game. And I hate to say it because it's a divisional game and the Bears do play tough.
They should have switched that game with the Chiefs Bucks, man.
They should have. It should have been Chiefs Bucks, but that takes away the 425 game for CBS.
True.
And so
going off that, we got a Monday night game which could live up to the hype or couldn't. I mean, we got NFC East contender, as you can say. The Seahawks in that horrible defense versus the Eagles in that horrible offense.
Team, not just team. Horrible team. Quarterback play.
I'm gonna go Seahawks. I think it's gonna be like a run heavy game that opens it to the Seahawks passing it. I don't see the Eagles stopping Russ. Russ is gonna be cooking today. I mean on Monday. I say
it don't matter what day.
I say Seahawks 35, Eagles 12. I think they're gonna get 4 field goals. I think the Seahawks defense is gonna step up. I think Jamal Adams is gonna have a good game, even though he's playing with one arm.
He's still better than half of the defensive players on the Eagles.
Frankie, I'm gonna let you go next.
All right, this is gonna sound a little surprising. I am picking. I'm not. It's not an upset. The Eagles are gonna get some points though, because the Seahawks have shown that they can give up points to a JV team at this point. They're historically bad. Even with Jamal Adams, I don't understand. Like maybe they're not getting the concept that like you have 2 really good defensive players on that team, and that's really it. Like you have the linebacker, oh my God, Bobby Wagner, and you have Jamal Adams. That's all you got. The rest of these guys on the team can't play any kind of tackle football. I do think the Seahawks are going to get points at will. I think Russ, like you said, is going to cook. He's going to have the time of his life. I don't know if they get Carson back this game. If they do, they might establish. They do.
He's been. Pete Carroll said that he's supposed to play.
They might establish the run a little bit and then just play action with DK, Tyler Lockett. I see it being a 35, but I also see the Eagles getting like 24, 27. They're going to put up numbers. Wentz is going to get points down the stretch. And they run the ball better than they pass. People don't realize that. They should be a run-heavy offense, honestly. Like, Miles Sanders is underrated. Boston Scott looked good in filling in. They should be really running the ball, doing what the Browns are doing pretty much with Mayfield.
But going off that, though, I'm sorry. The Seahawks do have a really, really good run defense. They really do have a stout run defense. It's just, with that being said, their pass defense is fucking trash. I mean, who wouldn't exploit that? Maybe the run defense is better because everybody exploits the pass. I don't know.
That's why, yeah. If you're going off stats straight, that's what's going to be. A couple of years ago, the Browns had the 32 ranked pass defense, but the third ranked rush defense or something.
Even looking at the games, though, I mean, especially when they come on at at the night window, their run defense led by Bobby Wagner, the one and only, it looks good.
But they load the box.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's why they get beat.
Right. That's why they keep getting beat in coverage. They load the box.
Yeah, even if they load the box, I mean, Wentz is going to make mistakes. We can all probably agree to that. He's going to throw a pick or two, definitely. Yeah. But I still see Wentz is still going to have – he's probably going to have 300 yards passing. I bet on it. 300 yards passing, probably a couple touchdowns.
I can see
the Seahawks
you willing to make a water bet?
A water bet.
A water bet.
Cleveland.
That means you gotta have, it's like the water bucket challenge. You willing to do that right now?
Get out of here with that.
You willing to do that? Let's do this on camera. If Baker Mayfield gets 300 yards, and Carson Wentz 300 yards, whoever scores 300 yards, let's see. Elijah, you witnessing? The world is witnessing. You willing to do this water bet?
I ain't trying to dump no bucket on myself. I ain't trying to do no bucket challenge crap. I'll take the bet though. I really do think Wentz is gonna have 3. I just take the bet. Gentleman's wager. I really think that Wentz is gonna have a pretty good game on Monday night.
Okay. What you think the score gonna be?
I should probably give that, 35-24, 35-27, I think it's gonna be.
Who wins?
Oh, Seattle. Seattle's gonna win the game. But I think they're gonna keep it close.
Okay. Elijah?
Ratings.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see much going on with either defense. Defense is not going to be able to stop nothing. So it's certainly going to has a chance to be a shootout. I don't think Winston and those guys are going to put up that much, but I could see it being like 30, 35-21, something like that.
Who wins?
Oh, Seahawks.
Okay. Final matchup. The Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Little Hawks. They're not Ravens anymore. They're Little Hawks versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Can I make another prediction?
You said 500 yards last time, bro. I mean,
I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
You about to kill the man now.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction, okay?
Go ahead.
Ben Roethlisberger will throw for about 400 this game. I'm gonna go Steelers. I'm gonna go Steelers big time. I'm gonna go Steelers 32, Baltimore 13. And I think it's gonna be Gus Edwards that scores their lone touchdown. I don't see Baltimore not led by RG3 player. I see Ben Roethlisberger leading that team down the field all game. I see Claypool. I see Juju. I see Deontay Johnson. I can see that team. I can see Ben Roethlisberger throwing for easily 400 yards. I say, like I said, I like the Steelers big time in this game. Elijah.
One thing is for sure, I see a nightmare for RG3. Oh, it's gonna be a scary day. I got the Steelers big too. I got it like 31-7. Maybe. I don't even know if I see RG3 scoring the way that defense is about to be on him. They are going to hound him.
Frankie?
It's gonna be the Steelers, and they're gonna kill him. It's not gonna be close. My top 5 defensive end, T.J. Watt, defensive player of the year coming up probably. If Miles, maybe we'll see, possible. T.J. Watt gonna have a bunch of sacks. He can stop the run too, but top 5 pass rusher. We won't talk about that though, because he's not here.
Shots fired.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna shoot all my shots. I'm shooting the whole fucking barrel, bro.
Put
We're
names
going
on
right
it.
now.
Put names on it.
Dude, I'm telling Shaq full of shit, dude. I don't even want to talk about it. I left out, and I'm mad though. I did think about it the other day after we had that conversation. I left out Cameron Jordan, and we left out Chandler Jones, who's led the sack.
Yeah.
Them 2 dudes probably would fill out the top 5. But I think T.J. Watt should be up there considered. He said he's better than Daniil Hunter's better than him. I almost bought him right there on the spot.
I do need your score and prediction though.
It's gonna be probably 38-14. The Steelers are just gonna roll them. And the only reason they get 2 like garbage touchdowns is the only reason why they get points.
Yeah.
Like garbage time touchdowns. That's it.
Okay, last thing of this pre-show, I'll call it. Give me your MVP of the week. It could be offense, defense, special teams. Elijah, I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm gonna give an offensive MVP and a defensive MVP. The defense, I truly believe that Myles Garrett is going to have a big day. I truly believe it.
Hold up. He's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's got to sit out one more game.
Oh my goodness, bro!
I know he dying too.
I hate it here.
Bullshit. I'm playing it. This sucks.
It's that 10-day COVID thing.
Yeah, he got to sit out this game too. And even then, they said he still got symptoms.
COVID. Fuck COVID.
Yeah,
bro.
Real.
I say that. Does that get us canceled? Fuck COVID.
It won't get. I'm sure there's about 1 million people that agree with us.
That shit is. Oh my goodness. All right. Is Tyrann Mathieu playing?
Yes, he is.
He's gonna have 2 interceptions. Bold prediction, but fuck it, because I didn't like what I just heard. Bullshit. All right. Let me see. Offensive MVP for this week. I can honestly see Aaron Rodgers going crazy this week. I can honestly see it, and I want to see it because I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. So I see Aaron Rodgers maybe having 303 touchdowns.
Okay, Frankie.
I mean, if we're doing 2, I guess we'll run with that. I like that idea.
Yeah,
Offense, defense. My defense is going to be T.J. Watt. So yeah,
obviously
he's going to have probably like 2.5 sacks. I would say.
Yeah.
He's going to be a game wrecker. I guarantee you. He's going to RG3 running. That man will be running for his life. And then my offense actually is going to be Justin Herbert. I think he's going to have a huge week. I think the Chargers are going to pull the upset, and they're going to have a big game.
Okay. Well, time has finally come.
Oh, no.
My defensive MVP, unbiasedly.
Make sure I hear this right.
Unbiasedly,
Ronnie
Harrison.
Brown.
Ronnie Harrison. Now, I'm saying this because I think with the absence of Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett, and hopefully, I swear to God, I don't know when, but I hope this happens. I hope he break his leg. I'm not wishing, but I'm hoping. Zendejo breaks his leg tomorrow, Sunday or something. but I need him out of there. Elijah, I seen it already on Facebook. We need him out of there. I don't know what it's going to take. We need Earl Thomas. I don't care if it's Earl Thomas. I don't care who it is. We need a safety back there that can cover and hit.
I would take
But
Eric Reed over Sunday.
what was that?
I would take Eric Reed over Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm confused how that man doesn't have a job.
I don't know either.
He's a good safety.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ronnie Harrison is defense. Offensively, no other than Baker Mayfield.
Oh, we're gonna lose this weekend.
350 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. He's gonna lead us to victory along with Nick Chubb and Kareem the Dream. I think Baker Mayfield is gonna have a big day. Now, real quick, gotta be real quick. Give me your worst player of the week, your Wolves. Elijah.
Worst player of the week?
Yep.
That's tough.
Nah, RG3. I'll steal it from you.
RG3 is gonna have a bad day.
It's gonna be a bad day.
I think it's gonna be RG3 too. I was gonna say that.
Man. Yeah, it's gonna be scary for RG3. I might have to stick with that.
There ain't nobody else I think you can even put in that place and even make a valid point. That man, as soon as he steps on the field, he's running for his life already.
Yeah.
They're gonna tear his ass up, man.
I don't know, man. When I think of what this game could be, I see RG3 getting suplexed, people's elbow hit with a steel chair. Like, it's just gonna be bad.
He's gonna tear his ACL just walking on the field.
He's without 2 of his best offensive linemen too.
Hey, but he got Des Bryant though, so
I don't give a fuck who you got. I mean, when you got all them motherfuckers chasing after you, they might fuck him. They might make him rethink his decision of playing football. Honestly, it could be a career low for him. And he played with the Browns
on the 0-16 team, wasn't it?
Yep. But we'll see you. Hopefully our picks was right. Like I said, Sean and Shaq couldn't be here with us, but we'll let you know of their picks, hopefully on social media. Baker Mayfield will throw for 350. He will be this week's MVP. He will lead my Browns to victory. Thank you two guys for being on tonight, and go Browns.
I just want to say, next time y'all see us, we will be holding a vigil for RG3. And, you know what I'm saying? If y'all just want to, you know what I'm saying, wish him the best, you know?
Yeah, send prayers. Send some prayer emojis up there, all right?
Prayers for prayers.
Prayers
now
for
listen,
RG3.
if he goes off for like 300-400 yards and terrorize that defense, I swear to God, man.
That's great. That's great for us, though. You know why?
Great. I would actually, you know, I
may be wrong.
Happy to be wrong in that case.
Yeah, I may be wrong, but then the Steelers take an L probably, and then they can people can stop talking about them being the best team in football and undefeated when you play a soft ass schedule. So
yeah,
but
if the Steelers lose to RG3, that's crazy.
That's bad.
Yeah, they almost lost to fucking Garrett Gilbert.
True.
Almost.
True.
Almost.
But we will see you guys Monday. Hopefully with a full crew. But thank you two for being on tonight. And go Browns.
Go Browns.
All right, go Browns. Sure. Yeah, go Browns. TJ Watt, top 5 defensive end.
Baker Mayfield.